Hello and welcome to Tech 18. I'm Ahmed Adnan, and in this video series I'm going to discuss about multiple level of complex row level security in Power BI. What it is, what are the functionality of it, how we can implement that in our real life production. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started. So there are totally 5 levels of row level security what I have faced so far in my total Power BI experience. So I'm going to share about all of those features so that you can easily implement whenever required. So the first one is the static one table row level security. We can filter one table and one column manually. Example, country equal to Germany. So that is the one which we can use as a static one. That's the basic thing. And the next thing what we can do is static two table filters. So we can filter two tables and two columns manually. Again, it is to be manually. For example, country equal to Germany and category equal to bikes. So that we can apply that role, we can create that role with these filters, and then we can assign that role to an AD group in Power BI service. Right? I'm not only going to give you this 5 levels of row level security, but apart from that, we can also discuss what are the best practices which you need to follow in order to implement in your production. So usually we should not have to assign a single person because it requires a lot of maintainability even in future. If someone joins the company or if someone left the company or if someone relocates the position in the company, then we have to do it everything manually. So if you assign to an AD group, then it will be easy for us to maintain by each and every people. We can just add or remove the person from the AD group, and rest everything, whatever rows the report we have assigned to them, it is going to apply automatically. So now the next thing is the third one, which is dynamic one table. So filter using a table from the database with the relationship between the tables or using DAX. So this is also dynamic row level security. So where we have a separate table which contains the email ID of the user, and also we have the value of that role which we need to filter, and it's going to map this to the dimension table. So and then we need to apply this row level security. Then it's going to apply whenever the user logged in, it's going to apply the row level security automatically. Everything we are going to discuss in our demo session. This is just a theoretical way. I want to explain what are the 5 row level security which we can apply. So this is the dynamic one. So far these are the things which is usually happens, and the next 2 things is basically an advanced one. So the next is dynamic one hierarchy. So filter using a table from the database without relationship using DAX or hierarchy method. So let's say for example you have a manager and you want to look into your subordinates automatically, and the subordinate, whenever they log in, they have to see only their data. That's one scenario. And another scenario is like we have 3 types of country, state and city, and we want to filter based on the manager level. So I'm going to show that demo as well. So in that case also we can make use of this dynamic one hierarchy. And the last thing what we have is dynamic one optional. So which is basically filter using a table from the database without relationship using DAX, which is optional method. So if you want to filter the category or if you want to filter the country, then you have both of the options. You can select optionally. It's not a hierarchical way. It's an optional way we can use of that. So that's the kind of 5th one, which is dynamic one optional. So if I want to show you an example, so these are the things which is we have. So first of all, we'll go as an example. For example, we have a store in various cities and we also have globally presence, right? So it's a kind of large manufacturing industry or large retail industry. So how we can adopt this into that industry? So first of all, there is a store supervisor. So each and every store will have a separate store supervisor so that they can have a control only for that particular store and particular category. So this is the table what we have. In that we have email ID, country name, state name, city name, and also the category. So these are the 5 columns what we have. And if we have to apply this row level security to a store supervisor, then we have to have value in 5 of the column, I mean the 4 of the columns, which is the country name, state name, city name, and the category. So this is basically dynamic level filter, which we have already seen in that demo. So this is a kind of dynamic one table filter what we can adopt. The rest, everything whatever we have is a 2 of them are complex one. So the next example is for the store manager. So for example, the store manager is responsible for the entire store, not only for that particular store and category. He is responsible for the entire store. Then he needs the visibility of entire store, what is happening on the store. So in that case, he has an access to country, state, and city name, which is a particular store. Each and every will have one single store in that case, and he need access to all the categories whatever we have it on that particular store. So in that case, we need to apply only city, state, and country filters on these columns, and the other one, which is all. So this is actually creates a lot of issue if you have a structure like this. If you have a structure with this like clothing, bikes, accessories, kind of each and every category is specified on the table, then that's not a complex one. But if you have something like all or something like star kind of thing, then you need to adopt a different methodology in writing a tax calculations, which actually creates a complex one. So here for the user maintainability, this is easy, right? So the store manager has an access to all the categories, but in terms of logic, how we need to build in Power BI, that actually makes a tough one. So we can make use of this dynamic one hierarchy because it's a kind of hierarchy which we need to adopt. We have to filter the country, we have to filter the state name, we have to filter the city name as well. So these are the 3 things which is applied on a hierarchical base because we are not considering the category here. So only it specified to this country, state, and city, which is a hierarchy. So that's why we can adopt the dynamic one hierarchy concept in this one. And the next thing what we have is for the region manager. So for example, each and every state or particular region will have a separate manager to maintain about that. The store managers had to report to the region managers. So for that, we had to apply only the state and country level filters, not the city, not the category as well. So in that case, we have all in the category, all in the city name. So here also we can adopt the dynamic one level of hierarchy so that it's also following the same hierarchy pattern. And the next what we have is the country manager. So the country manager has access to all the states, all the regions, and all the stores and all the categories. So in that case, he is responsible for throughout the country. So he needs access to everything within that country. So in that case also, it also applies the same logic, which is dynamic one hierarchy, so that he can have visibility of all the other things happening on within his area. The next thing which comes here is country manager category. So he is a country manager and he is responsible for a particular category itself. He is not responsible for all the categories like bikes, accessories, and clothing, for example. So here in this example, we have column filled in the country name and all in the state name and city name. But in the category, we have bikes here because he is responsible only for the bikes category, but within whole country. So in that case, we need to apply the category filter as well as the country filter. So in that case, there is no hierarchical way. So we had to use the dynamic one optional method, which is the feasible one we can adopt here because we have to filter this country and as well as this category name here. And the next thing which comes up here is a category manager. So he is a globally present, I mean the stores are globally available and he or she is responsible for the entire category throughout the world. Right? In that case, he has access to all the country, all the states and all the stores, but only to a particular category. So in that case, we have to filter only the category, which is again, we can use the dynamic one optional method so that we can have only the category filters onto this one. And the lastly, which comes up for the CEO because he needs visibility to everything, every country, every state, every city, and every category. So in that case, we can also adopt the dynamic one hierarchy. So it has to apply for everything. So this is all about the requirement from the business, and we need to apply row level security to secure our data. So to do that, basically, I will just show you everything theoretically in this video, and in future videos, we can go into in-depth practical demo. So basically, for the first static one hierarchy, static one table role, what we can do is in Power BI, we can go to manage role and create role. For information, this interface what you see is the new interface which is given from the recent release of Power BI Desktop, which is I think from April or March 2023 onwards. So here on the left side we can create rows, and I have given the name as static one table, and then in the dim geography table I have just applied a filter which is English country region name, the column name of the table equal to in Germany. I'm just passing a multiple values, so I am used the in here, and within the curly bracket I need to pass the Germany the value. So it's actually filtering a static value which is Germany, and if you apply this static one table role to any person, any AD group, then it's going to filter that data and it will show you only the country region equal to Germany. That's the only thing. So this is the static way which we used to do. And the next thing what we have it here, similarly static two tables, where we can filter not only the country equal to Germany, as well as we can filter the product category equal to bikes here. So now equal to bikes, what we see here is we are adopting two in different tables. So it's only filter the Germany as well as will filter the bikes. So this is also the static way. So we had to create separate role for each and every cases, and then we had to apply these roles to the users or AD group. So this is two things are actually easy to create, but it's not easy to maintain actually. For each and every new responsibility, you have to create a new role and assign to the people. So it's going to be a continuous cycling process. For a small industry that can be useful, but for the large enterprise, that's not a recommended one. And the third thing is, which is the dynamic one. This is much more better than the previous two examples, where we can have a separate table. It contains the information about the email and then the responsible columns, and we can just apply this lower email ID equal to lower user principal name. So why I use lower is basically sometimes because of the case sensitive, it's not going to apply the filter. So that's why I applied the lower, so that it can convert all the characters into lower characters, small letters. And then user principal is basically returns the email ID. If you are going to test this in Power BI Desktop, then it's going to return you the user name of your desktop. So it's not an email ID, but if you are going to test it in Power BI service, then it's going to return you the email ID, so that you can easily filter based on that. So here also same thing, you can just apply this one. You have to import this table separately, or you can make use of the direct query for this one. I will also give you an example of the direct query, why it is needed in our future videos. So up to you are here means please watch this video till the end, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to this video and like this video, and also share with others for more reach. So as an example here, we need to create a table which contains the email ID and the column information. We need to filter, and we need to create a relationship between the tables, and also we need to enable the row level security to be applied on both the directions, and that's it. So it will apply the dynamic row level security. Who are going to log in, if you have assigned the row level security, then they will see the filtered data automatically. Now the fourth one, which is basically the one which we can create dynamic one hierarchical way. So here as an example, I have multiple columns of multiple rows of DAX query, which I have not shown here, but in the demo we can see those information here, because we need to extract the cities, we need to extract the country, we need to extract the state, and then we need to extract the category as well, and based on the value what we have in our table, we have to filter those things. So it's a kind of detailed thing which we need to explain, so it will take another video to explain that. And the last thing what we have it here, which is an optional one, here we need to apply it in two tables. One is the dim geography, because that's where we have the city, state and country, and in dim product category, there we have the category options. So it also applies one step further than that hierarchical way, so that way we have to apply in two different tables. So these are the options what we have for maintaining multi-level complex row-level security in Power BI. So I'm going to make this video series continuously for this one, and I also prepared a course for this one. If you want to know about in detail how things works on a speed manner, you can just subscribe to my website, where you can get a membership so that you can watch this video right away. And please let me know about in the comment section below what are the kinds of row level security which you have applied in your organizations. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button if you are new to this channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure to turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.